one that I've done as in my time here in the last year. Obviously, the same is true for Secretary Hegseth, and I want to welcome both the Foreign Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister for Defense for both joining us here today. This is an incredibly strong alliance. In fact, as we were discussing a few moments ago, it is our only ally that has fought with us in every war over the last, certainly over the last 4 or 5 decades, and we're very grateful to them for that. And this is a very strong partnership. It's a strong alliance, and what we want to do is continue to build on it. We think we have a lot of momentum behind this alliance, coming off the visit with the Prime Minister here in October, which we also had a chance to participate in, and in follow-up events to it. And we felt very strongly after that we have real momentum. We wanted to do this here before the end of the year to continue to build on that alliance and to continue to build on that momentum that came from that meeting and to work together on our shared priorities, and we have so many. We truly have no better friend. In addition to that strong alliance, we're also deeply committed to the Quad, the concept of, in conjunction with Japan and India, the building out of this Quad, which is something you'll see. In fact, it was my first meeting as Secretary of State. I had been confirmed, sworn in downstairs, and came right up on that elevator and into this room. And it was in this very room that I did my first event as Secretary of State with the Quad. And we look forward to, we think we've had at least 3 meetings this year, if I recall correctly, and we'll continue to build on that in the year to come. We look to do more of those. So we have a lot of things we've worked together on at the direction of the President. AUKUS is full steam ahead, as he said, and I know the Department of War, Secretary Hegseth will discuss that further, has conducted a review, which it's a review about how we can expand this relationship, about how to build on it, so that it can be about many things. And I know we've also signed a landmark critical mineral framework agreement. This is something we share in common, not just with Australia, but with many of our allies around the world, the desire to diversify supply chains, and the belief that in order for us to be able to do anything, whether it's defend our countries, defend our allies, or defend each other, but also to build our economies and to prosper as economies, we have to have critical mineral supplies and supply chains that are reliable and that are diverse and not overly invested in one place where they can be used as leverage against us or our partners of the world. And so this is something that you'll find the U.S. and Australia working very closely on, and it's at the cornerstone of everything we plan to do together in the months and years to come. So I want to welcome you to Washington. Thank you for joining us and agreeing to doing it here at the end of this year. I know it's you have many other obligations and places you're going to be traveling quite extensively in the days to come as well, so we're very grateful that you were willing to come here and join us, and we look forward to reciprocating in the new year by visiting you in Australia, as I look forward to. And it's one of my, I actually have never been, and I need to go. And it's a very efficient trip because I can say I went to a country and a continent all at once. And so very rarely can you say that. So thank you for joining us here today. We're grateful and honored by your presence.
Thank you very much, Secretary Rubio. Can I thank you and Secretary Hegseth for hosting us in this extraordinary room, as you said, where we've had our first Quad meeting after you were sworn in. We're really, Richard and I are so happy to be here, so honoured to participate in another AUSMIN meeting and to build on the very successful meeting between the President and the Prime Minister, and including the historic critical minerals deal that they delivered. AUSMIN was established, that is this meeting was established under President Ronald Reagan and Prime Minister Bob Hawke. And in 1985, President Reagan spoke of our common defence of freedom from the First and Second World Wars and said, "All this has nurtured the bonds of friendship between our two peoples. Today, the United States and Australia as much as ever rely on each other." That remains true today, and as Secretary Rubio said, Australian soldiers have fought beside American troops in every major battle since World War I, and we continue to rely on each other. Not just our servicemen and women